Hey everyone, welcome to this live broadcast where we're going to be focusing on how you can handle more complex jobs with your craft cutter. So when we say craft cutter, we are always talking about those small 12-inch desktop cutters that handle vinyl sheets, whether that be heat transfer vinyl, sign vinyl, what have you, but also create some limitations when it comes to more advanced jobs. And when I say advanced jobs, I mean some of those really intricate designs. Maybe a customer is requesting a logo that has a lot of color and fine detail, and we're just not able to really achieve that with the small machines. So we need to look at other technology as opposed to turning those businesses away. Right, so that's what we're going to be focusing on today. I like to give an example up front so you guys kind of understand where we're headed with the broadcast. So I see you guys commenting in. I always love to see where you guys are joining. I see some people from Facebook. Where are my YouTubers at? I don't see any comments from you guys yet telling me where you're from. All right, so good morning, everyone. As you guys are joining, we're going to take a look at Spirit Sale right off the bat, because if you're not selling online, this is a great way to really get started because it is so simple. So a lot of customers, they're sharing their products on social media, but after that, it has to be a different way to process an order. So this is a really great way to process an order and really easy to get started too. So I'm going to share my screen with you now. This is a demo store that we have created that's built around the idea of doing a boutique. So there are a variety of different ways that you can make these stores. You can make them specific to some of the custom products that you're creating, or you can make them specific to certain customers. So today we're going to be focusing on custom products and really kind of like stock designs that are just really trending with your customers because they're always just purchasing different designs that you're creating for them. And if you're starting to get into some of those bulk orders, that's when you need to think outside of, okay, I can't entirely handle all of these jobs with my Cricut or Silhouette or Brother Scan and Cut, whatever desktop cutter I'm working with. So now I need to start thinking about different ways I can get all these orders in so I'm not spending a ton of time in production. So again, this is Spirit Sale. This is a great way to get your products online, going beyond just social media, because we know social media is a free way to get our products out there, build more word of mouth with our prospective clients or customers that are currently purchasing. So let's say, for example, you have this design, and of course it's trending because we know 4th of July is coming up. All right, so customers are you're constantly getting orders for this transfer. Now, this is a 3-color design. So if you have, let's say, 50 orders of this shirt in a week, you need to ask yourself, is that the amount of time you want to spend creating this particular design on your craft cutter? You'd be cutting out multiples for each color and then applying them and also weeding them, which can spend a lot of time in production at that point. So if you have trending graphics like this that customers are ordering a lot of, then you want to think, what other solutions do I have beyond just heat transfer vinyl and using a small craft cutter such as this Cricut to cut all of these designs out, right? So we want to stay effective as far as our production goes so that we're not losing business because you're creating a longer turn time for your customer once they've ordered. So if you're doing made to order blanks just like this, maybe you don't have all of these inventoried and you're just taking orders as they come in, ordering the blanks, creating the transfer, then you can look at other solutions for this. So I'm going to be showing you that today because I think it's important as a apparel decorator to think of different solutions for producing your jobs. Things that are also going to not only going to save you money, but also save you time, because you need to take into consideration the time spent in each of those jobs, how long it's taking you to do each of those, because that's all labor costs and overhead costs that you're eating in your business. So you want to make sure you're paying yourself for that, but you're also not including that in the overall price and also hiking the price up for the customer purchasing the apparel, right? So it can get a little confusing. So just kind of stick with me and just play out this kind of idea here. So we have this design, and for example, we have a lot of customers ordering this particular t-shirt. So if I am producing these with my Cricut, that's going to have a lot of time in production at this point. Again, 3 colors in here. So what other ways can I get this design without having to spend too much time cutting and weeding? So one of the limitations we know about those craft cutters is that they run on a stepper motor, which means that they're not cutting those designs out as quickly or as effectively as, say, a large industrial grade cutter, such as a Roland or a Graphtec. So if you don't have one of those, but you also don't want to invest in those, you can think, okay, if I still want to do heat transfer vinyl on these shirts, then I can outsource the transfer, right? So that's exactly a method that we offer, right? So if you are signed in to stalls.com, all you have to do is go to Artwork Uploader, and you can upload your design and get it already cut and basically weed it out for you. And then you get it in the mail already ready to go and ready to heat apply. So very simple. All you have to do is go to Browse to Attach and include the design that you want to be shown or you want to be printed. It's going to bring up a little thumbnail just to ensure that that's the exact design that you uploaded. And then there's going to be a variety of different transfer types that you can get for the artwork you want to be applied. So now we need to consider how many colors are in this transfer and what is going to be the most effective heat transfer I can order that's going to be cost effective, but also durable so that the customer is getting a quality product, right? So since there are 3 colors in here, that's a light bulb for me. I'm automatically going to choose CAD prints. The reason why CAD prints is our digital transfer. I see where Dimitri is already recommending digital transfer. So if you're getting into multiple colors in a design or photorealism or gradients, whatever it may be, a digital transfer is going to be the most effective way to do that so that you have a transfer ready to heat apply with all of those colors already included. You don't have to worry about layering, hitting it multiple times with the heat press. It's just one hit with the heat press. All right, so CAD prints is a really great option, and there are different CAD prints products. You can do wall graphics, stickers, a variety of different things for hard goods, and then you can also do digital transfers and logos, which is for apparel, right? And then it's going to help you select which digital transfer is going to be the best for what type of fabric that you are heating or heat applying, right? So if we're applying onto 100% cotton, that's what I'm going to select here. It's going to ask me which fabric color that I'm working with for this particular design. So we're back here. This is a light blue. So that is what we're going to select as my light fabric color. It's not a split front. And then it's going to give me a variety of options here. So this is going to be select media. So I can choose Express Print, which is a matte heat transfer vinyl. I can choose Glitter Flake, which is a printed glitter. So it has all of that glitter texture in there. And this is exactly how the design is going to come. All right, so I upload my design. This is how it's going to come, already printed and cut for me. All I have to do is place this on my apparel and heat apply for its recommended time and temperature. So there, you don't have to worry about all of that time spent in production or maybe even investing in a large print cut technology that just you are not allotting for in your business at this time. Now, obviously that is a purchase that you can do down the line, but if it's not something that you're willing to do right now, you can just order it a transfer and still be able to offer that to your customer. Your customer is never going to know that you outsource that. You can still offer this as a product that you provide to your customers, and you don't have to worry about it not being durable as well. So you're getting the quality product with these transfers. Now, let's say you don't want to do a digital media and you want to do more of a screen print option. Not only can you upload it on our stalls.com to get a heat transfer vinyl digital product, but you can also upload it on Transfer Express as well, right? So Transfer Express has an online designer if you're a customer of theirs, and you can upload your artwork. You can do it as a digital full color print, such as the Ultra Color Soft that we offer, formerly known as Stretch Litho Matte, or you can do it as a screen print ink, such as Goof Proof or Elasti Prints, depending on the media that you want. Now, I'll show you two different ways that this imports your file. So same process. I'm just going to go to add your artwork, and it's going to vectorize it for me and give me two options. It's going to give me the digital option, and then it's going to do a spot color option. So digital, I would select if I was doing a Stretch Litho or Ultra Color Soft, which is what we're calling it now. And then it would do a screen print spot color. So if I wanted to do a screen print such as Goof Proof or Elasti Prints. All right, so this digital is over here. So I can just select this one if I want to just order Ultra Color Soft, or this one's still vectorizing. I apologize, my internet's running a little bit slow. But what it's doing is recognizing the colors that are in the design, building out cut files for it so that our production team can then create a screen print transfer out of this, okay? So if you want to go with a screen print transfer, you can choose vector spot color, or if you want to go with Stretch Litho, you can just go with the full color product or design that you uploaded originally, right? So whichever, but you can see that this is starting to change some of the aspects of the design because it's vectorizing it to make it more sensible for a screen printing method as opposed to a printable method, right? So for this design, because again, I'm at 3 colors, I want to make sure I'm choosing the transfer that makes the most sense for what I'm heat applying, okay? So CMYK, because I have multiple colors in there, it's not going to charge me per color. So that's why I want to go with the Stretch Litho option or Ultra Color Soft. All right, so you can see here it says you must select at least one color in the color configure map for this to upload. So I'll just go to configure color map, and then this is going to help me choose what color I want to go with. So if I'm choosing white, I'm going to go with white. The blue, so I'm just like going through and just configuring all of these colors. And what's nice is it drops the color right here to help me select the right one. And one more. Let's go with the gray. I'll select done, and now my design's ready to go. So I can still, once again, choose if I want this to be a screen print transfer, which is charging me per color. But if I want to go with full color, I'll go with Stretch Litho Matte. And then it's going to ask me what size I want my sheet to be. So if I'm doing multiples of these, I know I'm getting a ton of orders in this particular design. I'm going to gang them up across my 11.5 by 18 sheet. And this is a kid's t-shirt, so it's not going to be any larger than like 6 to 8 inches in width. So I'll just do 8 as my standard, and I'll just duplicate these across my screen, right? So I can keep doing that throughout and just gang up as many designs as I can on this sheet. All right, it's going to also ask you your fabric, so cotton poly blend. And then I just order as many sheets as I need. So if I'm getting anywhere from 50 to 100 orders of this particular design, I can just type in 100 sheets or 50 sheets, whichever, and then it's going to give you your total cost. So to break this down even further to see what your cost is per design, you'll just go to view details and it'll break down all of your costs. So you know how to calculate that in your orders as well. So that really helps to kind of build out how much you would charge for this particular design. So if I'm purchasing a shirt from, let's say, Bella Canvas Kids or Rabbit Skins, and those are ranging anywhere between $1.84 to $3.50, depending on the color or the style, then you can kind of gauge, okay, if I'm being charged that much for the blank and this much for the transfer, I'll sell the shirts for $15. And you'll be able to do that and utilize that because it is a really unique design. It has a lot of color and it's a premium feel on the garment. So don't be afraid to upsell based off of the finish that you're also getting on the garment, because you can do a cheaper option with a digital heat transfer vinyl, such as what you're seeing here, or you can upgrade and do a very unique feel and finish, such as ultra color soft, which is what we just priced that out for. All right, so moral of the story, if you are working with some of those small cutters and you're getting bulk orders that have a ton of colors or intricate details that you just don't want to spend a ton of time of your production in with the small cutters, then don't be afraid to outsource your transfers because you're still getting quality product. So let's go ahead and heat apply some of these products so that you can see how they work. I'm going to demonstrate the, we're going to start with a heat transfer vinyl. All right, so this is 2 colors. So I want you to imagine the amount of time you would spend heat applying multiple colors of heat transfer vinyl if you were to order this in a heat transfer vinyl transfer. We would send you each color of that in one transfer. So I have these ones pieced together, but they come separate and you would have to lay each of these down. So we're going to demonstrate that. We're also going to heat apply stretch litho matte, and we're also going to heat apply a digital transfer too, just so that we can compare the differences. All right, so for my first design, we're going to heat apply onto 100% polyester. This is a soy boo garment. It's actually a poly spandex mix, right? So the product that we're going to be heat applying on this with the heat transfer vinyl 2 color is premium plus high tack. So the reason I'm choosing premium plus high tack for this particular garment is because it has a high content of spandex, which means it has a ton of stretch to it. And I want to make sure I'm using a media that's going to stretch with it and not crack, right? So we're going to just place this right on the plot in here. And because I am working with a unique seam structure in the back, I'm actually going to thread just the top of this so that we're getting a nice flat pressure. Preheat to release any moisture or wrinkles. And again, this is a 2 color and heat transfer vinyl. So this is a great way to also order designs if you don't want to cut and weed all of them yourself. Just keep in mind, the more colors that are in that design, that's how many times you're going to have to place it and heat apply it. So I'm actually going to apply this one first since it's the largest part of my design and will help for easier alignment. Now this is a tacking product, but I do let it tack for 5 seconds as opposed to the 2 seconds that we've been showing with the Ultra Weed. Just because it needs a little bit more time to cure that adhesive. Now I'll go in with my second color and line that up. So you can see by having to do that 2-step process, how that could really take a lot of your time in production, whereas if I was just ordering one transfer that had all the colors within it already, then I could just hit it one time. So for the second color, this is going to be applied for the full application, which is 8 to 10 seconds. And then I can just peel that carrier back. It's lifting on me a little bit, so I'm going to increase my pressure and apply one more time. This transfer has been sitting for a while, so if the adhesive went bad, that could be the reason why it's not applying, but we'll see. All right, just gonna let it cool for a little bit and see if it pills then. Yeah, there we go. All right, so that is our heat transfer vinyl design, a really great way and sometimes most cost effective depending on your design. So this is a 2-color, so definitely effective for getting a 2-color design and not having to spend a ton of time in the cutting and weeding process if you are getting a lot of orders. So let's say you're getting 12 to 24. That would be a great option, is to just order them pre-cut if you don't want to cut and weed all of those. And that would kind of be the breaking point. If it was beyond 24, like maybe we're looking at 30 to 50 or something like that, then I would probably choose a screen print transfer at that point because it becomes cost effective at that increment. All right, the next design we're going to apply is the digital transfer. So you can see there are 3 colors in this design, and we can just heat apply all of it at once by following the application instructions. So this design is going to be applied to this pink hoodie. And I wanted to choose a really bright color because I want you to see how opaque the product is when it's heat applied as well. And I'm also going to thread this one too, since we are working with a pocket on the front of the hoodie. So this, once again, is our printable media. This is the printable glitter flake. You just upload your design and we send this to you ready to heat apply. And at 300 degrees for 10 seconds, that's all it needs. The press does the rest of the work for you. So this would be beneficial if you are still at those higher quantity orders where you're doing more than just a few, or some of those one-offs that a lot of us do with just our small Cricut or Silhouette machines. And if you are doing like maybe 12 to 24 of these ones, then it makes sense to do a printable media. Now, from our example earlier, the 4th of July design that maybe you're getting 50 to 100 orders of, then stretch litho is going to be the most cost effective. It doesn't charge per color. So if you have a lot of colors, you don't have to worry about being charged for each of those. So we had 3 colors in those designs. So it is a hybrid of a digital media and a screen print, right? So that's why it's becoming cost effective at those higher quantity orders, right? So we're going to heat apply that so you can see how the product works. So it is a low temp application. I am applying it at 300 degrees, but it can apply as low as 280. And it's a 12-second application. And it can go on just about any media type. So, or not media type, but substrate type. So this is a cotton poly blend. This is from District, from Sanmar. And it is going to apply great to this. So depending on the substrate that you're applying, this product is going to feel really amazing. So just keep that in mind. When some people think it feels a little heavy, it can also be because the fabric content you're applying it to is heavy as well. Maybe it's not a ring spun cotton or something like that. But it's really a lightweight transfer. You can see this is the adhesive on the back, and then it was fully printed. So you're able to get gradients, detail, any color that you want, photorealism, a ton of really great finishes. Now this design is a little bit big, so we're going to hit it 2 times just to make sure we have it fully applied. And this product is a cold peel, so we'll wait for it to cool completely before we peel that carrier. But like I said, low temp application, anywhere from 280 to 300 degrees for 12 seconds. And if I was working with a larger press, at this point, I wouldn't have to heat apply anymore, but I need to get the bottom half of that design to make sure it's on there. And this isn't gonna harm it. So if you are working with a larger design, on a small press like this, then don't be afraid to hit it again. All right, so that is it right now. We'll lay it down to release any of the heat that's still in the fabric here. We'll release that a little bit faster. And then I can peel this back. There we go. All right, so really great finish, true matte, doesn't sound or feel papery. So that's another thing to consider. So if you are looking for just a different digital product that doesn't feel like a heat transfer vinyl or doesn't feel heavy on the shirt, then this Ultra Color Soft, once again, formerly known as Stretch Litho, this is a great product. All right, very lightweight, feels buttery smooth. If you guys haven't felt or worked with this yet, it is really easy to, it's easier to talk about it whenever you can actually see it and feel it. So we do offer free samples of this. So feel free to go on to transferexpress.com so that you can feel it yourself and introduce it to your customers. But that's the reason why we're able to really upsell our products for using this type of transfer, right? So don't be afraid to upsell if you are working with a lot of colors in your design, intricate details, and you want to use a premium product because your customers are going to love it as soon as they feel it. And you, of course, can do different price points. So let's say you have a client-specific store on Spirit Sale, and they want different options and different price points based on the products that you're using. You can use this as your best model and give this the highest price point, then show them a printable heat transfer vinyl, then show them the price for just regular heat transfer vinyl. Compare and contrast so that they can see the differences, and they'll more than likely, once they feel this on the garment, be willing to spend a little bit more for having this premium look and feel on their graphics. All right, so let's go ahead and visit the comment section and look at questions. All right, I'm going to scroll up here to see if I missed any. All right, so Dimitri says, isn't Spirit Sale like $500? So yeah, it's $599 per year. Okay, so that is the annual fee. So we don't do a monthly fee. We don't take any additional percentages from your sales. We don't ask for other add-on prices or anything like that. So that's the price for your annual fee. And that gives you unlimited stores. So it's not just based off of one store. We don't charge you for more stores. You can create as many as you want for that price. Kathleen says, I'm so happy you did this today because I looked at this last week and was a bit lost as to what to choose for what. Yeah, so that's a common question that we get based off of all the products that are out there and what you should do for what job. So we do have a lot of resources on our website for what to use when. So definitely utilize that if you're using a lot of our products, from heat transfer vinyl to digital to specialty and screen print. there's a lot of great resources on there. Right, let's see. Info on the hoodie, please. So this is from, I believe, Gildan. Yeah. So this is Gildan, and it is 100% cotton. So this was sourced from Sanmar, this particular one. And this is their safety pink, I believe is what they call it. It's either safety pink or hot pink, something like that. Right. Yes, Nicole, this one with the big circle is Stretch Litho. So that is the product. It's going to be the same product, but we are renaming it from Stretch Litho Matte. We are changing it to Ultra Color Soft. All right, so just keep that in mind. If you think that Stretch Litho went away, whenever you go to the Transfer Express website, just look for Ultra Color Soft. It's there. Jasmine says it feels amazing, and she used it for the first time this weekend. So awesome. It has been very well received, especially from people that were using some of the printable heat transfer vinyl in the past, because it just feels completely different. And I can't stress enough the feel and why this is such a premium product. It lasts 50 washes in the wash cycle. So hang dry is what we recommend. But if your customer is not going to listen, they can turn it inside out and do the tumble dry or whatever. And then, but yeah, 50 washes, it's going to last the life of the garment. You don't have to worry about compromising the durability with this product at all. And Lori asked, I missed the beginning, is this solvent printable material? No. So this is a custom transfer that you can get from our screen print division, Transfer Express. All you have to do is upload your design, or you can build out your design using their templates and clip art. But yeah, it is a custom product that you have to get ordered. We don't actually offer this as something that can be printed in-house with a solvent or eco-solvent printer. Now, if you do have a solvent, eco-solvent, even a latex printer, then you can print on our other medias that we offer in rolls, and they're just a heat transfer vinyl that can be printed. And Kathleen asked, which are the best materials for CAD prints full color? So I love Express Print. It's economically priced is the best way to put it. I don't like to say cheap because I don't want it to sound like it's not a good product, but it's just a really good price point if you want a full color digital transfer that's going to apply to cotton and cotton poly blends. Now it is a bit heavy. So if you want something a little bit thinner and lightweight, we offer Soft Opaque, which is a really great product as well. It has some stretchability to it, and it's half the thickness of Express Print. So it is really lightweight on some of those products or some of those substrates that are really thin, such as your rayon products, the tri-blends, viscose, spandex, anything like that that is really lightweight, and you want some breathability with your product. So those are my two top picks. If you're working on some unique substrates such as nylon, then that's whenever I recommend any of our tech products. So you'll notice like a Super Tech Sublistop or those types of products, anything that has Super Tech on it, TEK, then that is a great product for any nylons or hard to print substrates that your typical adhesives don't adhere to. But the tech line, it can apply to anything. All right, and Cindy asks, so is the Ultra Soft comparable to Soft Opaque? All right, so Ultra Color Soft, which is the new Stretch Litho, the only reason I say they don't compare is because this is a printable screen print ink. So this feels like an ink. Whereas Soft Opaque is still a vinyl and it still feels like a vinyl. Although those are the biggest differences, I will say Soft Opaque is definitely a very thin, lightweight product, and I would recommend it if you're looking for a softer filling printable media on apparel. But that's the thing. There's still a difference between the two, but if I'm looking for the most comparable heat transfer vinyl, then Soft Opaque is probably going to be my go-to. It's still really opaque, so even though it is still thin, it still keeps that true to color finish that you're looking for your digital prints, for your full color and your gradients, etc. All right, so looks like we don't have any other questions. Stephen asked, can you buy this in the UK? So a lot of our products are available in the UK. What I recommend is emailing international@stalls.com, and they can point you in the right direction of where to source these particular products. All right, so thank you guys so much for joining me today. I will see you on Thursday at 11 for a brand new topic. Have a great day.